absolutely hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it does appear that our guy, Cyrus Allen, did just get injured at Kansas City Chiefs training camp. We are hopping into a Best Ball Mania draft. We are drafting out of the 101. So nice little start to the stream today. Hope you guys are all enjoying the beginning of fantasy football season. We have reports, news story in 3 days. Cyrus Allen has done more than the Chiefs could have expected. In fact, he has been more than just impressive. He has the Chiefs dreaming and recalculating what he can be in the NFL. That was 3 hours ago from Chiefs beat writer Nate Taylor. The tweet that he did immediately after that: Cyrus Allen collided with Kaiir Elam as a gunner on special teams punt rep. Allen stayed down with his helmet buried in the turf, then needed help to get off the field. Allen left the field in front of the cart with what appeared to be a left knee injury. Cyrus Allen was carted back to the Chiefs' indoor training facility for further evaluation, sitting in the front of the cart. A disappointed Allen was seen shaking his head and putting his jersey over his face. So it now does seem like one Mr. Cyrus Allen is probably, if you were a big Cyrus Allen drafter, I would imagine that Cyrus Allen probably just did something to his ACL, MCL, PCL, or LCL. That's the way I'm reading that situation. I mean, obviously, I could be wrong about this situation. I'm not a doctor. I'm not in the Chiefs building. Would I be drafting Cyrus Allen if I was drafting today on August 1st, 2026? No, I would not. Although I got to admit to you guys, I did take him in a draft last night. I did. I was, I'm finishing up the slow puppy. I'm sitting there before bed. I did take my guy, Cyrus Allen in a fantasy football draft last night. GM, Puka Allen lasted 3 days. No bueno. Just clicked him for the first time today, so that's my fault. Yes, Bijan is definitely at the 102 in a PPR redraft league. GM Zuko in at the 4. GM. Hope you guys are all having a wonderful, wonderful Saturday. I'm having a great Saturday. Just got back from the gym, woke up, walked my dog, put the baby in the stroller, went to the gym. My wife now has the baby, and they're out hanging around. So I'm going to be hanging out with you guys for the next little bit. We are probably going to do one BBM, and then I think we will probably head on over to Drafters and do their $10 NFL Best Ball Championship Survival. If you have not signed up over on Drafters, make sure that you do so. Use the link that is in the description. Use the link that is in the comments. You can sign up over there using code Davis. We're just going to sit and hang out for a while. Would I rather stack Bijan in London with Tua or Penix? I'm a Tua guy in that situation. Is it possible I'm not drafting the sneakiest Chief? I'm assuming you mean DeMercado. I've drafted him a smidgen. If you use code Davis over on Drafters, you get a 100% deposit bonus on drafters.com. So 100% deposit bonus over there. The tweet about every Kansas City Flyer pick dying was truly prescient. Yeah, people are saying that. Yeah, I think Cyrus Allen sadly did just lose most of his fantasy football value. Bit of a bummer, but we move. I am one pick away here, and I just need Bro Schmo to not take Malik Neighbors. I have a feeling he is going to take Malik Neighbors, though. So I get a sense that this guy is going to take Malik Neighbors. He should take Drake London. Oh, this guy actually is probably auto-drafting, so actually he is going to take Drake London. And then I'm going to get Malik Neighbors, pound the button on Malik Neighbors. Let's do that. And let's also take my guy, Nico Collins. So we begin this draft, Jahmyr Gibbs, Malik Neighbors, Nico Collins. I am very, 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 very comfortable taking Malik Neighbors ahead of Nico Collins. Super comfortable. Diggs time for Kansas City. I'm definitely buying it. JJ McCarthy, more reps than Kyler with the ones today. Hey, if that is what the Minnesota Vikings do, I gotta be honest, bro. They are dumber than I could have possibly imagined. I can't really imagine anything dumber than starting JJ McCarthy over Kyler Murray. GM Danny, how are we all doing, man? How are you guys at in your overall draft volume right now? I'm feeling a little bit behind personally in Best Ball Mania. I I am going to stream every day to the start of the season anyway, but a big reason is I just feel that I'm a little bit behind where I want to be BBM wise. If Neighbors is the wide receiver 1 overall, does it make a huge difference if you got him in the 2nd or the 4th? Yeah, it obviously makes a huge news. Who would you rather have? Malik Neighbors and David Montgomery, or Chase Brown and Malik Neighbors? You definitely rather have Chase Brown over David Montgomery. A new type of guy with 1,500 completed drafts saying I'm feeling a little bit behind. Yes, I am also in the next, probably, honestly, if I had to guess, I would guess I am in the next 50 EPL slows. So if you are doing any of the Premier Pup on Underdog, Premier Pup, I have 47 of these left to do. But the reason is that I am legitimately in the next, I don't know. I'm in the next 50 of these. Let's see, filled. I'm in the next 41 Premier Pups. So you guys should hop in and fill some of these slow Premier League best ball drafts and hop in with me. Caleb went 89 last night in my $10 DK10 max. Couldn't believe it. Almost got him back at the 2nd pick. I would be absolutely jam. I tell you what, I would be taking Caleb naked at 89. You can also backstack him with Xavier and Thomas. That's one that Big Fantasy Football has not caught up with yet. I think Big Fantasy Football is going to get there soon. But Kyle Monangai, it's day 3 of the Bears camp right now. Kyle Monangai still not there. Kyle Monangai has still not shown up for Bears training camp. And that, to me, means that we all need to be taking Xavier and Thomas. And I don't think Big Fantasy Football has gotten there quite yet. Hey, Daniel, you're in a slow with me right now. Hope my teams are good, man. Really, I mean, I think the fun thing about this EPL best ball stuff is no one really knows what is optimal. I mean, it's the first time they've ever done this. No one knows what's optimal. A lot of the rosters are still in flux for the English Premier League, so just a lot of really interesting stuff going on. Wow, my guy Stefon has already maxed Best Ball Mania. Was talking to a league mate about Naked Stafford, and he looked at me disgusted. Naked Stafford, I'm not as interested in, though. You can take T. Ferg and you can take Colby Parkinson after. Malik went at the 1-2 turn in 2 of my DK drafts this morning. Yeah, the Malik fever, it is fully broken containment at this point. It's all the way over with the Malik Willis stuff. All right, well, we did not get Jalen Waddle. Come on, dude. They're making this shit too easy. Cam Scattaboo, Luther Burden. Luther Burden at the 4-5 turn. Luther Burden falling is so good. Warren over Loveland just angered me. I've not seen that yet. I've not seen that, Ladster. Warren at 39. GM, hope you're having a good day, Danny. Xavier apparently got cussed out by Ben Johnson and kicked off the ones for not going into motion. Agreed. Very, very secretly bullish. I actually completely agree with this. It's time to start being aggressive with Jaydon Blue in the ranks. You know what, Mighty Monarch? You're correct. You know what? And let's actually go do this right now. Let's go fix our Jaydon Blue ranking right now over on Flock Fantasy. We are going to move Jaydon Blue up to the Algier Bigsby range. I'm going to move Charbonnet down further. And I'm pushing Jaydon Blue up to my running back 49. Running back 49. That's right about where I think Jaydon Blue should be going. So if you're a Flock Fantasy subscriber, that's up there right now. If Taysom signs with the Broncos, yeah, I think he is worth an 18th round pick. GM, it hurt me to post that clip on your tweet, but it was too good. Hey, hope you're having a good day, Errol. Yes, there's a flash sale on DraftKings right now. If you have not maxed the DK Millie yet and you want to go hop in there, I think you get a $10 ticket, I think, if you go register for a slow draft right now. The Jaydon Blue news has just been he's consistently been working as the second running back behind Javonte Williams. and the coaches are just being very complimentary. My guy Danny is on it here, which is that sounds like he has worked on the mental element of his game, which was really the only element of his game he needed to work on, because Jaydon Blue for most of his football career has been a big old knucklehead. Big old knucklehead. Burden feels like he'll be a second-round pick next year. Yeah, I tend to agree with that. I think Burden is heading to the 1-2 turn. I'm gonna do a video on the Matic Fantasy Football channel this week, and it is going to be predicting the first and second round of fantasy drafts next season. And Luther Burden, spoiler alert, is going to feature in that video. All right, let's break down. Let's see if I'm missing any of the big camp news. Oh, all right, this might be relevant. The Bills safety CJ Gardner-Johnson appeared to suffer a non-contact lower leg injury. That leaves a 5th-round pick or Damar Hamlin as the team's starting safety. Seahawks are ramping up wide receiver Torrey Horton, who did have 6 touchdowns as a rookie after an off-season shin surgery. That's pretty relevant to me. Jordan Tyson remains a full participant in practice, if anyone was worried about his hamstring injury. Last man standing, Ben Standig, reports that Treylon Burks has sat out training camp with this foot soreness, but doesn't expect it to be that big of a deal. All right. Yeah. I mean, come on, dude. I'm taking Caleb Williams. That's light work. And I'm going to take Ramondre Stevenson. Ramondre is going to end up being one of my biggest stances versus the field. I think he's so obviously a great pick there. Andrew Armstrong seems like a strong chance to make the Kansas City Chiefs roster based off of his special teams ability. What else is here? Rashee Rice, by the way. So there was that clip going around about Rashee Rice yesterday. I did say this last year. Ramondre is the type of player bad best ball players think is a good pick. Ramondre did end up being a great pick last year, so Abe does know some ball. Yeah, Wicks has been pretty impressive. So just a quick update on Rashee Rice. Everyone saw that awful route that he was running yesterday. I do just want you guys to know that Rashee Rice is not playing full-time right now at all. In fact, he's not even participating in team drills. Right now, the reason why Rashee Rice is at training camp is for the install, but he's mostly working on rehabilitating his knee. That is the biggest thing there. Brennan Thompson, who I have selected a couple times in Best Ball Mania. Mike McDaniel said that Thompson has captured the attention of the quarterback room with his attack and ownership of the offense, which makes sense to me because if you look at the Chargers' depth chart, Thompson is probably the best deep threat of the bunch if they are not going to do Keandre Lambert-Smith. Keandre Lambert-Smith is probably a better blocker. Not probably. Definitely is a better blocker. However, I think that there probably is a role for Brennan Thompson to make the team. Is that why there's so much Cyrus Allen buzz? Well, Penguin, I have bad news for you. Cyrus Allen probably just buzzed his knee. Cyrus Allen probably just did one of his CLs, one of his cruciate ligaments, ACL, MCL, PCL, LCL. One of them he probably just cooked. Please, hey, I'm not fudding Rice. I am happy to take Rice. I'm happy to take Rice at any given time, but I mean, I didn't have an opportunity to do so here. My guy, Lan Larison. I mean, should I text Lan Larison right now that we're talking about him on stream? I might, but sounds like Lan Larison is probably going to make the Patriots roster as their running back 3. Patriots tight end Eli Raridon is playing faster than he did in the spring, getting dibs on reps with tight end Hunter Henry and 2 tight end sets. Well, Michael, the answer to who was this year's KLS was Cyrus Allen, but he just did his knee. So it's probably not going to be him. What else? Tua said, quote, "I feel great right now." That's all we have for like headlines. Let's see if I can pull up my Twitter timeline and find anything else that is particularly interesting. I mean, the Bhayshul Tuten drumbeat continues absolutely unabated. John Shipley, the primary Jaguars beat writer that I trust, says that Bhayshul Tuten has been the MVP of Jaguars training camp thus far, has clearly made the most of his opportunity with Chris Rodriguez out. I gotta say, if I was a big Chris Rodriguez drafter right now, I would be terrified, man. I would not be having a good time. You know what? I'm gonna buy a little bit of this Michael Wilson buzz. I'm gonna buy a little bit of this Michael Wilson buzz. And I'm going to take Jackson Dart. So we have Caleb Williams, Dart, Gibbs, Scattaboo, Ramondre, Neighbors, Nico Burden, and Michael Wilson. Seattle expectations so far. This is based from the Bob Condata from Seattle Times Sports. With Zach Charbonnet remaining on the physically unable to perform list, the Seahawks have a clear top three: Price, Holani, and Wilson. The expectation is that Price is going to be the regular early down back, with Holani playing the third down drill. So that's exactly what I have been saying for months now. Continue to want to draft Jadarian Price. I'm with Danny. Changed my mind. Tuten should be a round 3-4 pick. You know what? I gotta update you guys on this slow main that I'm doing with my boys. Coolers, if you're here, we made this decision. I mean, look at this absolute slaptastic team right now. Hampton, Brees, Tuten, Bird, and Bowers. We are going to be shipping the main event with this team, I feel. There you go. Some minor Dylan Laube smoke. My guy. Another one of my guys, Dylan Laube. Wow, my guy Kevin with the super chat. I'm saying Buck St. Thomas's C-Rod shares are cooked. I am saying it. So here's Jay. I have a question for you. Do you care that we've not really seen Shaheed and Horton on the field right now together? Because they are going to be on the field together, I think. Concerns me with a lot of the price. Sounds like it's a 3-man backfield once Sharps is back. I mean, Holani is going to go to 0 when Sharps is back. We will not see George Holani play on offense once Jack Charbonnet comes back. There will be absolutely none of that. All right, here we go. This is from the Go Birds podcast. Tank Bigsby, quote, has been the best player of camp so far on the offensive side of the ball. He's been unbelievable. He looks fast. This is just so everyone doesn't think it's just me saying it, multiple people. John Ritchie was waxing poetic about it. BLG loves him. Jimmy Kemsky loves him. He's been impressive. And so one takeaway, and we'll kind of lump the receivers in here, is they need to be able to run this ball. And so if Saquon is 70% of what he was in 2024, then you're going to need Tank to pick up some of the slack. I am definitely not wrong, Peter. I am most certain. I am most certainly not wrong. George Holani has been on the Seahawks for 3 seasons, and he has 25 touches over that time frame. The team does not give a single shit about George Holani in any way, shape, or form. 3 receptions in his career. Holani, when Charbonnet is active, there will be none of that. Wow. I mean, I guess this actually is not really that much of a dipperino with Kittle, but I'm going to take it. And I'm going to, wow, man, I ran out of running backs. You know what? Kelsey Kittle. I bet I have like none of that combination. Old man game there. What am I thinking about CJ Daniels' value considering the injuries of both Puka and Javonte? I take Terrance Ferguson. As the contingency value for those 2 guys. McBride, Marvin Harrison Jr., and Wilson are good. I know the schedule is very hard, but there's no way they end up scoring the fewest points in the league. I think they definitely could. New coaching staff is going to call things in a different way. I mean, I think the reason why I don't like the Daniels thing is the McVay offense is kind of hard to learn, and I would imagine that Kanata Mumfield is going to eat up a bunch of those wide receiver 3 snaps as a blocker is the big issue there. All right, looking through the rest of my guy Zane Dahani's timeline. If you guys are not following Zane, he is doing phenomenal work on fantasy football stuff. I am very adverse to Isaiah Likely. It's true. I already have 2 Giants. I don't want to do 2 more. Here's my deal with Likely, man. Likely's been in the National Football League for 4 years. 1.4 yards per route run, 1.93, 1.57, 1.53. He played a bunch of snaps last year. I mean, how many games is he going to play more snaps than this for the Giants? Is he going to do any of this, man? He played a bunch last year. He played a bunch. Look how much he played in 2024, man. He was basically a starter. He just is not very, like, he's fine. Is Shakir getting overlooked? I don't think Shakir's very good either. Yes, Andrews did have the tightrope in 2024, so he was playing alongside tightrope Andrews. You can't play guys to be good. De'Ami Brown got paid $10 million last year and rode the fucking bench. You can't pay guys to be good in fantasy football. Good lesson for all the boys out there. All right, we'll do Stroud and we'll do Stribling. And then this is going to end up being a weird construction team. This is probably going to be a 6 running back team, but they're all going to be late ones. Oh, Crack Rock said he's likely to the moon. Kittle is going to be the ultimate. Why were we letting him go to pick 100? I don't know. There was definitely a likely argument when Neighbors was still banged up. I'm not buying it as much now. Jeremy Bernard got first team slot reps. Roman Wilson got outside reps. I'm not buying the Roman Wilson stuff. Day 3 of Kyle Monungai mysteriously missing. Hope you guys are drafting Xavier Thomas. From Mike DeFabo, Jaylen Warren is probably the running back 1A for now. It remains to be seen how the Steelers will divide the reps in the season, but Warren appears to be the top back of the depth chart in virtually every drill. Warren has been getting the first rep. That said, the Steelers have quickly and consistently rotated through Warren, Dowdle, and Caleb Johnson. Warren would be the 1A. Marvin Harrison Jr. is the wide receiver in 13 personnel, which I think is pretty important for the Arizona Cardinals. Mike Evans was asked if any young wide receivers on the 49ers have caught his eye. He answered Dejon Stribling. Think we definitely all knew that one was going to happen. What evidence is there that Likely is going to eat, man? Likely is just, I'm sorry, dude, just in his career, he has not been good. 4 points per game, 7 points per game, 7 points per game, 5 points per game. Why is Isaiah Likely the tight end 13 and Charlie Collar the tight end 40? I don't know, man. I don't know. Not for me, man. Is Kirk a good pick since he hasn't risen at all? He's probably fine, but he currently has a calf strain. So the current calf strain stuff is not making me feel great. Doesn't mean he's like unclickable or anything like that, but I don't feel great about clicking Kirk. I know my guy C Money, one of the mods here on the channel. My guy C Money is a big fan of his, actually. All right, we are on the clock, and we're gonna take Tank Bigsby here. And we are also going to take Dylan Sampson because I just need some bodies. So that now brings us to a team of Caleb Williams, Jackson Dart, CJ Stroud, Jahmyr Gibbs, Cam Scadaboo, Ramondre Stevenson, Tank Bigsby, Dylan Sampson, Neighbors, Nico Burden, Michael Wilson, Stribling, Kittle, and Kelsey. Need one more tight end. And honestly, probably another running back. GM, I love you too, brother. Theo Johnson will score within 20 points likely. I mean, I wouldn't take that bet, but I wouldn't say no. He's likely gonna smash. We taking Giddens? I'm Giddens curious at least. Charlie Collar should never be spoken of on a fantasy football podcast. What if I told you Isaiah Likely should never be spoken on a fantasy football podcast? Another beat said Dowdle is the running back one. Hey, you never know, man. I mean, we get all kinds of corresponding information from these beats. I keep clicking Shakir in my drafts. Is that a bad click? I mean, I am not a big Shakir clicker, but I historically am kind of biased against guys of that type. Malachi Fields is going to steal Likely's potential touchdowns. Yeah, I don't know about that one either. I did not like Malachi Fields as a prospect. My stuff did not particularly like him either. But you know, what do you know? What can you do? Who has the best season of the three late free agent wide receivers, Diggs, Debo, or Keenan? To me, it's going to be Stefon Diggs. It's my opinion. What if the pass catchers who are not in a specific role in the Ravens offense just don't produce well? It's a good point. Although none of these guys play for the Ravens anymore. Wow, my guy. I was saying yesterday on yesterday's stream that there's always a guy. Like every player has a guy. There's a Chris Rodriguez guy. There's a Kenyon Sadiq guy. There's a Gunnar Helm guy. There's a Charbonnet guy. Lever Nucky has decided he's the Jalen Hyatt guy. Zachariah Branch is one of the sneakiest picks in best ball right now. All right, we are up. We are on the clock. We are going to take Pat Freiermuth as our third tight end here. Definitely need a third tight end with these old guys. And we are actually going to take the aforementioned Dontavian Wicks. And now we need to decide, do we do another running back or do we do another wide receiver? So our wide receiver group is Neighbors and Nico, who do have the same bye week. Dejon Stribling also has the same bye week, which would leave our week 8 wide receivers with Burden, Wilson, and Wicks. So we probably actually are going to have to take another wide receiver, which is fine. Am I bullish on Flowers? I am not bullish on Flowers, but a lot of my friends in the fantasy football industry are quite bullish on Zay Flowers. Karain is very bullish. The Drafters reload code. I texted Zach over at Drafters. He's working on it. I think they are probably going to see. I think they're going to check the fill rate of this contest to decide what the reload code is going to be. If it's going to be 20%, 30%, or whatever. But Drafters reload bonus is coming soon. My guy, Matt Warner's logging in as the Ja'Day Walker guy. Yes, more injuries are definitely coming. Ollie DeRoche is the Malik Davis guy. There's always a guy. Penguin is the Darius Slayton guy. PSA, I've been the Hyatt guy. Don't be the Hyatt guy. Quite bullish, just taking a very good player. Belief in Doyle, top 5'10" insulation if Lamar's fully healthy. Yeah, a lot of people do really like Zay Flowers. A lot of people don't realize George Holani started over Genty at Boise State. He knows how to share a backfield, hence why he makes sure he can pass protect. Yeah, he got frame mugged by Genty and then converted to being a passing down back. We have an Alec Iomanner guy locking in here. Talon Green guy checking in. Jack Besh guy. These are my people. Demond Claiborne guy. I take a lot of the Browns. I take a lot of Concepcion. I take a lot of Boston. I take a lot of Samson. And I'm actually above the field on Shadur Sanders as well. All right, my guy Rob Middleton on Twitter forwarded this to me. Greg Davis, paragraph 3 is a much read for you. T. Ferguson to the moon. All right, let's go read this blurb right now. Well, actually, no. Hold on. We'll make our final pick in this draft, then we'll go read this blurb. Pearsall bag holder. Hey, I was drafting Pearsall, man. It happens. Chamire DK guy, Isaiah Bond guy, Jahan Dot. Oh, pray for the Jahan Dotson guy, man. I am not an Alec Pierce guy. Trey Tucker guy checking in. Chris Bell guy. Hey, Oscar Delp guy. I love. LaKent Allen guy. Hey, there's always a guy out there. I mean, I'm sorry, dude. This is just an easy Keenan Allen pick. Easy Keenan Allen pick there. The big argument you got into with Pete about never recommending a league winner and your point being nobody associated with players may shatter this year if Keaton smashes. I hope so. Okay, so let's read this Terrance Ferguson blurb. This is from Albert Breer. On offense, Adams, Puka, and Kyron are where you'd expect them to be. Colby Parkinson is leading a deep, versatile tight end group. The second layer of skill talent is where the offense could look a little different than it did a year ago. Terrance Ferguson has had a fantastic offseason. He is now proving to be a guy who can play all over the formation and looks like he could be a force after the catch, showing why the Rams coveted him in the 2025 draft and now believe he could grow into one of the NFL's best tight ends. Okay. All right, man. I mean, pretty crazy. Pretty insane blurb on T-Ferg. I don't know, man. I don't know. I hope we're drafting enough of him. All right, how'd we do on this team? The Flock Tool did not love it. Caleb Williams, Jackson Dart, CJ Stroud, Jahmyr Gibbs, Cam Scatterbo, Ramondre Stevenson, Tank Bigsby, Dylan Sampson, Malik Neighbors, Nico Collins, Luther Burden, Michael Wilson, Dijon Stribling, Dontavian Wicks, Keenan Allen, George Kittle, Travis Kelce, and Pat Freiermuth. Hey, GM Dustin, thank you. Bateman over Flowers guy, 50% Evan Ingram guy, Deontay Johnson guy, Kendrick Bourne guy, Evan Ingram, 2 Evan Ingram guys, Caleb Douglas guy, Sean Tucker guy, Adam Randall guy, Stowers guy, Najee guy, Gadsden guy. All right, we got lots of guys. We got lots of guys in the building. All right, let's head on over to drafters and let's go hop into a best ball survival. This contest is filling pretty quick, so I would recommend not waiting that long. Like, I would guess this contest fills, I would guess 2 weeks. I don't think you have very much time if you want to do another eliminator style contest. I would encourage you to go and ship it right now. Yeah, Cyrus Allen carted off. Peyton Hendershot guy. Now that's a name I haven't heard in a long time. Lil Jordan Humphrey guy. Jalen Naylor guy. DeMercado guy. Hey, you're not the only DeMercado guy. The price will be 13 rounds soon. Well, the thing is T. Ferg is not going to play in the preseason. That's the issue. Terrance Ferguson is not going to play in the preseason because the team thinks that he's a starter right now. So there's not going to be any hype to be had. Marv guy. All right, Brock Forsey. That's it. Okay, we have a guy I don't know. Brock Forsey, running back. He was selected by the Bears in the 6th round of the 2003 NFL draft. All right, you got me, brother. Ted Hurst guy. I do not have very much Jalen Naylor. Devin Neal over Kamara guy. I respect that. Peyton Hendershot was fun for a little bit. Yeah, he had a little bit of run. He was an Indiana receiving tight end. All right, 3 more for this Drafters Best Ball Survival. If you guys have not signed up, sign up over there using code Davis. You get a 100% deposit bonus. I think you also get I believe you get a Pick'em ticket as well. So check that out if you'd like. But pretty cool contest if you've not seen it yet. It is basically the Eliminator, but instead of head-to-head, you do 25% of the field gets eliminated every week. It's pretty cool payout format. My wife just texted me from breakfast with my baby and her friends, by the way. Do you guys know about Bischoff cookie butter? You guys know I'm not I am not a seed oil guy. I don't like to promote non-healthy eating. But if you are going to have a cheat meal, this stuff is insane. Bischoff cookie butter is completely insane. I've never tasted anything like it. It's unreal. It's so good. But my wife texted me and said at this brunch place she's at, they have cookie butter donuts. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yeah, okay, we got some ball knowers in chat. Yes. My wife is a saint. I mean, my wife is. You guys have no idea. She's the literal goat. Naylor is low-key a more complete receiver than people realize. I believe it. If we don't hear from Manungai in 7 days, I'll be a Roshan guy again. Will you? Will you? Or will you be a Xavier Thomas guy? So I think we should probably be Xavier Thomas guys. Bischoff cookie butter does sound like a Chiefs backup. Am I pronouncing it wrong? Is it Biscoff? How is it? Is it not Bischoff? Is it Biscoff? All right. Oh, buddy, there are Manungais everywhere. The issue is the Manungais do not hang out in this chat. The Manungai guys are the most right-wing slappies of all time. All right, we are drafting in the Best Ball Survival over on Drafters. We got Dill Dog, we got Rented Mule, we got Kitten, we got Rig VT, I Am the KY, C Drake Jr., Jackson Kruger 5, the TGP Padre, DB Bets, Jim 11 333, and Who is Paul? Let's have ourselves a nice little draft, gentlemen. Why would that not be your first guess? I don't know. I guess I have poor American pronunciation. Biscoff. Okay. All right. Hey, today I learned something. I had Roshan Baggs early in the draft season last year. I think I also drafted a decent bit of him last year as well at the beginning, and I was glad to leave that behind. All right, we are off and running in the survival contest. Let's have ourselves a nice little draft. You know what? It's so true. If a guy is a positional convert from quarterback, I am always down to come back in and find him. Trader Joe's makes great cookie butter ice cream. Oh, come on, man. Don't tell me that. Holani is a very right wing click. Who is my most drafted player this year? I bet you can guess, Buki Mets. I bet you can guess based on no, I'll show you. My most drafted player in fantasy football this year looks like I think I've done about 1,600 drafts thus far. Actually more, because we don't have drafters synced on Flock Fantasy. But 1,720 drafts, $14,688 invested. And my most drafted player, Terrance Ferguson, Xavier Worthy, Luther Burden, Bhayshul Tuten, Ken Walker, Eli Stowers, Gunnar Helm, Stefon Diggs, Malik Willis, Jordan Tyson, Zachariah Branch, and Jadarian Price. Keaton, wow, as of right now, Keaton not on the top page. As of right now, Keaton, I've got to scroll to the second page to get to Keaton and to Mahomes. I'm letting myself down. I am letting myself down with Keaton and Mahomes being on the second page. A lot of Genty, a lot of Jaden Reed, a lot of Kelsey, a lot of Mitchell, a lot of Rashee, Sadiq, Bowers, Chig, Caleb Williams. But yeah, almost 500 T-Ferg teams, boys. It's true. Karain is absolutely Mahomes mogging me. Just got a CMC Genty start on DK. Casuals are out in full force. You know what, Danny? I would probably be concerned to see how many of to see how many of those guys you have. Hey, Worthy is a good pick, man. Worthy is a very good pick in fantasy football. No one wants to admit it, but he's a pretty good pick. I gotta let Kareem Mahomes mug me. Neighbors is going to be a tough click when he's going in the second with all the crazy 4th round combos. You know, I just let that go up to God. Did you get the promo from DraftKings Draft 25? Get a $10 ticket. I did. I did, but if any of you guys have not gotten it, you should go check that out over on DraftKings right now. Do I sleep? Westie Terrier, honestly, I actually sleep great. I do. I get my 8 hours every single night. I just am very organized. And I mean, obviously, like, part of my job is doing this. But I do a lot of slow drafts, though, is the thing. I do hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of slow drafts. In a UD draft, would you be fine with a 5-man running back room of Gibbs, Tuten, Ramondre, Brooks, and Keaton? Absolutely. That's a very strong running back room. Jeremiah Love, easy click for me there. I am happy to take Jeremiah Love in this format ahead of ADP. I think he is definitely a tier ahead of Kyron and Brees and those guys. And I think this wide receiver tier is relatively flat. And I think this room is going to give me Malik Neighbors here. And again, this contest is pretty new, so I'm not as worried about the combos. I am a medic knockout away from banking a 5-teamer. All right, ship it, brother. Rooting for you. It doesn't matter with Neighbors if you get the other 17 right. It's true. Hey, Danny, I'm all hip. I'm hip to the Hunter stuff. Hunter is the man. I just got a Lamb, Genty, Jefferson start at the 109. Do you know how rare these are? I do, because I use the Flock Fantasy combo tool, which if you have not checked out the Flock Fantasy Best Ball tool, you should check it out. $147 for a whole year of crazy good redraft Best Ball Dynasty tools over there. Feels like Neighbors has to have a lower value in this structure. I would disagree with that, because he's going to be a top 5 wide receiver in fantasy football, and you get him in the 3rd round. My guy Danny has $2,000 invested, 39% Hunter. That's king shit right there. What draft position do I think is best for the Flock League? I really would like to pick at like 8, 9, or 10, I think. I mean, 101 or 102 is sick, right? I think, I mean, getting Gibbs or Bijan would be a huge structural advantage, but I don't love the 2-3 turn picks. Couple quotes from Bears training camp. Cornerback Jalen Johnson. This is the best offense I've had in 7 years. Quite like that. Who else? What else do we got here? From Courtney Cronin. Not much. I think it's just so obvious the Bears are going to smash on offense this year. I use 0 add-ons and had more playoff tickets than most of these guys selling stuff. Hey, everyone go check out my guy Nathan. Guy's balling. Where am I at on Naylor? I'm not loving Naylor. Ooh, you know what? I can show you the Cyrus Allen slap model stuff. Let me pull it up here in a second. Curious how I view picks 1 through 12 in a home league half PPR format. In half PPR, you either want pick 1 or 2 to get Bijan or Gibbs, or you want to pick at the end so you can double tap running backs. So you can do like Genty Barkley or something like that. All right, we are up. I'm taking Burden, dude. These people are crazy. Am I the only one who sees it, dude? Luther Burden is going in the 1st round in fantasy football next year. Come on, dude. Luther Burden is going in the 1st round next year. I'm not playing with these people, man. There you go. Nathan doesn't draft injury-prone Chiefs, so he just keeps winning the money. Hey, we're rooting for you, brother. We're happy to see your success, man. Don't draft any Chiefs this year either. They're not going to be any good. I have it on good authority that Mahomes is washed. It's over. It's over for Patrick Mahomes. I mean, I am gonna take Tedroy McMillan here. If Dill Dog doesn't, if not, I'm gonna take Judkins, I think. Oh man, Dill Dog auto drafting Tet right in front of me. You hate to see it. All right, I'm gonna take Judkins. Is it bad that my two most drafted players are Jester Gunnar Helm and Carnell Tate? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think it's fine. Honestly, this is actually like a very wise thought. Wide receiver 2 is kind of the new flex. We're just not sweating it. You're going to lose wide receiver 2 some weeks and it doesn't even matter. Week 1, we are going to smash Mahomes. Hey, I guess so, man. I heard Mahomes is washed. I heard I heard in the off season that it's Justin Herbert and Bo Nix are that's who you need this year. They're going to win the Super Bowl. It's somehow they're actually going to reschedule the Super Bowl to be between the Chargers and the Broncos. I heard Herbert and Nix are top 10 NFL quarterbacks. Bo undefeated versus Mahomes. Yeah, he's the GOAT, man. Bo Nix, the GOAT. Can't Chiefs are going to be bad, man. Mahomes is washed. Their best wide receiver, Cyrus Allen, just got injured. Davis drafting Burden at the 1-2 turn as Stafford runs onto the field for the NFC Conference Championship game. It's gonna hit so good, man. As of right now, yeah, I'm planning on being at the Flock meetup, JT. You guys will all get to see how short I am in person. I feel like bully tight end is not the best idea for this contest structure. I could see how it could work. Like I can see it. I would not pursue it though. What am I assuming Burden's target share to be? I'm assuming 22%. It seems like he's going a bit high. I think that's probably his modal outcome, Reagan. Like I think the modal outcome for Burden probably looks something like this. 75, 938, and 5. But I think that he has, I mean, I think he has got the outcomes to score. I mean, I think he could see 150 targets, honestly. Bo versus T-Law in the AFC Championship will basically be the Super Bowl. That's what they were saying. That's what they were saying last year, brother. As of right now means there's a chance that I change my flight to fly home earlier that morning. Ollie, it's I'm gonna play it by ear because I am leaving my wife and a 8-month-old baby at home, and so there's a chance that I need to get home quicker for flock stuff. But as of right now, I am planning on being there for the fan meetup. All right, Gibbs, Love, Judkins, Neighbors, and Burden. I probably can't afford to take one of these quarterbacks. I actually probably need to take Metcalf here, or I'm going to get too far behind at wide receiver. I guess, I mean, if this, well, this guy's actually going to auto draft the two quarterbacks. A tight end that had 300 yards last year is most drafted player. It's true, man. What do I know? What do I know? What do I know about fantasy football? The answer is very little. Can't draft Terrance Ferguson. Terrance Ferguson's bad pick. Got to draft Evan Ingram. Evan Ingram, that's a good pick. Evan Ingram, good pick in fantasy football. All right, I am going to take Caleb. Caleb, Gibbs, Love, Judkins, Neighbors, Burden, Metcalf. Kind of feel like we're cruising in this one. Yeah, shout out to Mike Clay for the tape projection. Yeah, actually, I haven't looked at these. Let's look at the old Mike Clay Titans projection. Carnell Tate, I mean, that is a beastly projection. That's really, really good. There is a new tool that they're setting up on the site. I think it's coming out here in a little bit, but you're gonna have the ability to do your own rankings. And I haven't shown this on the site yet, but we have the cheat sheets coming out now, and you can mess around with these. You can do the custom stuff on your own, but basically for whatever format your league is in. So like, okay, I've got full PPR, 12 teams, no super flex, 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers, and 3 flexes, whatever you want. There's customizable cheat sheets over on the Flock site for your league, which you can get all this stuff for $34. And if you do want to spend those $34, I would love to send you $100,000. Anyone who signs up for Flock Fantasy using code Davis until week 17 in December gets a chance to win 5% of my winnings in fantasy football in this upcoming season. Any best ball contest, any big high stakes fantasy football contest where I take down a 6-figure prize, there will be one entrant randomly selected in December after week 17 who gets a chance to win a chunk of my portfolio. So sign up on Flock Fantasy using code Davis to enter into the drawing. What if Keon Coleman goes for 1,510? I've thought about it. I mean, it feels like the eventual reunion between Tyreek Hill and the Kansas City Chiefs is going to happen. I mean, it feels like the Cyrus Allen thing probably made it even more likely. Also, wouldn't you guys agree? Like, if there was some chance that Cyrus Allen was actually going to contribute on offense this year, that seems quite low. It's true. Mahomes only won 6 games last year. It's over, brother. It's over. Mahomes is washed. It's Bo Nix's economy now. GM. Keon Coleman could pretty easily go for 706, honestly. Parker Washington sleeps in the Jags facility so we can get there first. He'll be a first-round picks next year. What if, bro? What if? I mean, Diggs would make a ton of sense for the Chiefs. The issue is he probably wants more money than the Chiefs are willing to give him. My guess is that Diggs is viewing this as a one last paycheck situation. I mean, if he would want to play for like the veteran minimum or whatever, I am sure that they would be happy to give it to him. But I think he probably wants more money than that. I don't think Ayuk is going to the Chiefs. 20% Coleman on DK. He's a pretty good round 20 pick. Burrow at 82 in this format is fire, DB. I honestly prefer Torrey Horton to Bailey. Kansas City is old news, brother. It's old news. Nah, dude. Chiefs are washed. Chiefs, it's over. It's over for the Kansas City Chiefs. You know what? Here's a guy I've changed my mind on a good bit since the start of the offseason. I think the way that the Rams are talking about Blake Corum is pretty bullish. I believe they probably are going to get something closer to a 60-40. And Corum is he's like the lightning back on the team, if that makes sense. I mean, Dak this far after ADP, I'm doing. I can take Flournoy later. I can take Jaydon Blue. It was over last year, man. Yeah. The team that made 3 straight Super Bowls, they're dead. It's over, brother. Cannot draft. Dude, the Chiefs might finish last in the division. Clint Kubiak with the Raiders. Chiefs might finish last in the division. Do you think that they wait to gain leverage when a team loses a guy? I mean, I think Diggs, I think honestly, Diggs probably just knows what he can offer NFL teams right now and knows what he is willing to pay for. And because he knows that, then he's just not sweating it. Diggs is going to play when he feels like playing. Chiefs fans becoming more insufferable after missing the playoffs. It's true. Wow, my guy Bayou Bengal with the raid. Hey, shout out to Bayou Bengal. Shout out to my guy. I heard Bayou Bengal is the biggest. Someone told me he's the biggest Vele drafter of all time. Someone told me he's got like 90% of Vele. So shout out. Go check out my guy, Bayou Bengal. Fantasy football is his passion. Shout out to my guy, the Devon Vele drafter. If Diggs does not play this year, I'm very cooked. I'm very, very cooked. I mean, Diggs, it's honestly probably true. Diggs probably does think he deserves $20 million a year. Might win 9 games. Oh, they'd be lucky to win 9 games. I think they're more thinking maybe 5 wins. You know, Mahomes probably isn't even going to be able to play. They got, 150 pound. They got dude, Mahomes just threw an interception at training camp. Maybe Mahomes just retires, dude. What if he just retires? What if he just says it's not worth it? I can't do it. What if, dude? I mean, I don't know, man. Maybe he just decides he wants to go out. He doesn't even want to play anymore. Sounds like Romeo Dubs just banged his ankle up at training camp. If anyone's a big Romeo Dubs drafter. Ooh, let's do. You know what? This is actually a pretty good format to get exposure to Shakir. Yeah, do Chiefs just take Arch Manning with the 101 after Mahomes retires? Do I think T. Ferg could be this year's Keandre Lambert-Smith? Maybe. We average 8 hits a games on Mahomes. Yeah, week 1. I mean, maybe he just doesn't even play. Maybe he just retires rather than plays them week 1. All right, I'm going to take J. Ferg there. Caleb Williams, Dak Prescott, Gibbs, Love, Judkins, Corum, Neighbors, Bird, and Metcalf, Shakir, and Jake Ferguson. What if Ken Walker is 2013 LaShawn McCoy? Nah, dude, it'll never happen. Andy Reid running backs are terrible. Gotta remember how bad Andy Reid running back. There's never been a good Andy Reid running back before in my memory. Is there any reason Mahomes goes ahead of Jacoby Brissett? I mean, Jacoby was better in fantasy last year by quite a bit. No, LaShawn McCoy, Brian Westbrook, Deuce Staley, Kareem Hunt. These guys all sucked, man. They were all terrible. I mean, Andy Reid's not even a good coach if you really look at it. And Mahomes really isn't even a good quarterback either if you look at it. I mean, basically the whole team boils down to Tyreek Hill. It was really all Tyreek. If you think about it, you can all just trace it back. The fact that the Chiefs won a Super Bowl without Tyreek Hill, that was all Goodell did that, dude. You guys thought that the Chiefs won a Super Bowl without Tyreek, and you thought that wasn't just Roger Goodell? It's true. If you regress Mahomes to the mean, turns out he's just very average. He's basically Jared Goff. Okay, Dubs came back to practice after injuring his ankle. Shout out to Lestoic. I was unironically arguing the Chiefs should fire Reid and had to have Pat talk you out of it. I was very emotional. I mean, that was an emotional season last year. Easy for the Chiefs to win on site credits. Ooh, sounds like we did get an update on Rizzy P. Here you go. There you go. Ricky Pearsall to be placed on season-ending IR. So That was always going to happen, but there we go. It's official. Out for the year. Don't draft Ricky Pearsall. Yes, thank you. The dynasty was built by the refs. Thank you. He's just a rushing quarterback. Why compare to Brady? Brady smacked him in the championship. It's true, man. It's true. Grant Cohn is already tweeting that the 49ers should cut Pearsall. All right, we got Mike Want logging in. It appears as today your qualitatives are slightly outperforming your quantitatives. Might I suggest you draft more booty to improve your quantitative? Okay. Wow, Pearsall bag holder. All right, first off, pray for this guy. It is tough, man. It is tough. Are the 49ers sacrificing the health of CMC? Yeah, it's some kind of weird complex going on. All right. Well, I'm going to take Chig here, and then whichever one of these quarterbacks gets around to me. Would I rather win Best Ball Mania, but Mahomes has a career-ending injury, or have a worse advance rate than last year? Well, my advance rate last year was fine. So I would rather do that. I would rather have a 15% advance rate, but the Chiefs win the Super Bowl. Personally, is what I would rather do. All right, we got some more updates here from training camp. We got a nice from David. Oh, nice little run from David Montgomery. I gotta say, Montgomery is looking pretty nice. I'm not like a huge bag holder, but he just he's cutting pretty good. He looks like he's maybe lost a little bit of weight, which is probably pretty good. What else do we got here? Nothing really big since we got my boy Cyrus Allen carted off. How many fingers would you give for your team to win a Super Bowl? Big Raiders fan, current wide receiver room, kind of brutal to think about watching. Think they will add anyone? Yeah, I wonder. Stacks, I've been thinking about this a lot. To me, they seemed like one of the obvious Debo teams, but now Debo is back with the 49ers. So that is probably not going to happen. Keenan, maybe Ayuk, maybe. I mean, it would be very it would be very Raiders to bring in Ayuk, right? I would chop off my pinky for a Viking Super Bowl win. I wouldn't give my good question. I wouldn't give my finger to win a Super Bowl, but I might be convinced to add a sixth finger. 23% Debo, quite good. 37% Pearsall. Luckily, I have 67% Stribling. I was going to say, you got to be a big Niners fan. Max fingers you would add. I mean, dude, think about how much more you would get done. I mean, think about if you add an extra hand. Sure, I'd add an extra hand. I was gonna say, low-key rocking Ted fingers could be insane. I'd be looking like General Grievous. Pats fan, I'd clip my nails. No one wants to hear from a Patriots fan. My productivity wouldn't change. Good question. All right, if Diggs signed to the Chiefs, I think I would. Oh, I mean, first off, you'd have to move Rashee down to like the 4th round. You'd have to move Worthy down to like the Stribling range. And then I think you'd put Diggs in the range with Evans, Adams, Watson, and JMO, I think is where he should be ranked. Okay, this team is Caleb Williams, Dak Prescott, Cam Ward, Gibbs, Love, Judkins, Corum, Neighbors, Burden, Metcalf, Shakir, J. Berg, Chig. Need a wide receiver. Things are getting dark. Their drafters are good on drafters, man. Trey Tucker exposure is probably not that high. Yeah, 6.9%, 119 teams of Trey Tucker. Whoop, wrong tab. Don't draft Ricky Pearsall. Brian Robinson Jr. is always a good fit for a thin running back team. I am definitely not taking Jordan James as he is banged up right now. Oh, Jerry Jeudy, also a very good click here, sadly. True, I can still backstack Io Manor. Well, oh no, the Jester Gooner is right here, 182. That's who I'm going to take right now. Raritan has made a good bit of noise. I think Raritan's going to pretty clearly be the tight end too. Old Man Diggs isn't killing Rice. Yeah, he's not going to kill Rice, but I think he meaningfully changes the range of outcomes for the Chiefs wide receiver room because he's going to eat up like 120 targets. I don't think a guy was saying he was the best pick on the board with the discount, but I think he was saying like he's a good round 18 pick, which I disagreed with. I did not think that was a good idea. Where does Concepcion go if Jeudy gets moved before the season? He probably ends up going where Mekhi Lemon goes, right? Diggs would be the best wide receiver on the team. The thing with Diggs is that he is not particularly strong at this stage of his career in terms of yak, and the Chiefs offense runs quite a bit on yards after catch. So you would still basically have Rice kind of in his role. Here, if I can go to the advanced receiving data. So he was down to, I mean, he's never been a super strong yards after catch guy, but his total yards after catch last season was 354 yards only. And that was actually after multiple seasons of being below form. Not saying Diggs is like some terrible yak guy, but you wouldn't say that's like his thing right now. I would not say the 2% Rice feels that good. Do we think the Jags look at James Conner if C-Rod starts looking like a week one miss? No, I think you start seeing Bhayshul Tuten creep up into the third round of fantasy football drafts. Saw Sadiq running crisp running routes on air. I want to draft more Sadiq. I've been a little bit light. Been a little bit light on Sadiq. I mean, Sadiq is probably one of the better picks after like pick 150. Tonges is unironically my favorite last round crick. There's always a guy. There's a Tonges. I mean, I'm sure there's a Bateman guy. I'm sure there's a Dalton Schultz guy. There are many Marshawn Lloyd guys. The Marshawn Lloyd guys are legion. Glad to see the drafter streams. I'm part of the DK Dead in Alberta crowd. Hey, happy to have you, Devin. Hope you're enjoying drafting over here on Drafters. Did you see someone take Tuten in the second so we could get 3 third round? I don't love it, but it would depend. It would depend on where he took him. Of course, I know the Rashad Bateman guy. He's me. There's always a guy. Oh, come on, man. Give me Mr. Ridley. Was a Christian Kirk guy. Might have to go back to him. Wow, Ridley. All right, this team's coming together. I feel pretty good about this one. If you're fading Kittle, your Tonges bag should be packed. I mean, Jake Tonges to me is just an exact example of a bad pick in fantasy football. Jake Tonges has been in the National Football League for 4 years. He has 34 total receptions. Do I want to take another running back here? No, let's save it. Let's take Booty. So Jake Tonges has been in the NFL for 4 seasons. He's been a backup on every team he's ever been on. He had 5 touchdowns on 46 targets last season with only 6.4 yards per target. He is basically the definition of a below replacement level talent that just scored a bunch of touchdowns. And if you look at the guys he was sharing the field with last year, still only 1.32 yards per route run. But if we look at the big Tonges games, let's go look at some of the other leading wide receivers that were on the field when Jake Tonges was playing. I think you guys will be surprised how bad the situation was for Tonges. So, for example, in his best game last year against the Los Angeles Rams, his absolute best game, 11 targets. The other receivers for the 49ers were Kendrick Bourne, Demarcus Robinson, Kyle Juszczyk, and Luke Farrell. The leading wide receiver in that game was Kendrick Bourne. So he's now going to be playing with Mike Evans, Dejon Stribling, Christian Kirk, Deebo Samuel. So I don't know. Liam said he wishes he had 80% Tank Dell. I mean, Tank Dell is a pretty good pick. I gotta say, yeah. I mean, if Evans and Kittle are out, then Tonges will probably be okay. The issue you would have to say with Tonges is I wouldn't say for certain that he is going to be ahead of Luke Farrell or Braden Willis. I mean, you could assume it. I would say he's probably a very similar pick to what people think Noah Gray is. Noah Gray actually matched the Tonges season. 437 yards and 5 touchdowns for Noah Gray in 2024. Jake Tonges' 2025 was 34 receptions, 293 yards, and 5 touchdowns. So basically a Noah Gray-ass pick. %49 Tank Dell. Hey, that's ball knowing. Tonges got into it with Warren. Yeah, the Jalen Knoll bags don't feel that good. If you're and I've definitely been a Jalen Knoll drafter. When did this finger injury happen? I wish we knew when the finger injury happened, because it's probably a case of it happened a while ago and we are just now having it reported right now. Yeah, definitely draft Jake Tonges ahead of Ferguson. Got to do it. Tonges better than Ferguson. They did extend Tonges, so they like him. Yeah, I'm probably a little bit skeptical about that. Jake Tonges earns a base salary of $1.2 million. So amongst all tight ends, 2026 tight end contracts, is Jake Tonges a top 50 paid tight end? Jake Tonges is making slightly less money than Noah Fant, Jeremy Ruckert, Tommy Tremble. Actually, he is not even a top 2 paid tight end on the San Francisco 49ers. Luke Farrell making more money, actually. I'm actually going to slap the button on one more running back, and I'm going to select, you know what? This is for, I'm going to save it. I'm going to save it because I'm going to take Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp is a survivor-ass pick. FMK Tonges Kalar Ingram. Marrying Ingram, laying down in gentle embrace with Charlie Kalar, and sending Jake Tonges out on the plank. Personally, All right, and let's do Kamani Vidal. Tonges is only contingent value. Healthy Kittle, he's not doing anything. I probably for contingent value tight ends prefer Meyer and Raritan. And honestly, maybe even Delp. FMK, Mahomes, Rice, and Walker. Easiest of my life. Marry Mahomes, Walker, gentle embrace, and send Rashee Rice out on the plank. Come on, man. Rashee Rice isn't even going to be a Chief next year. Rashee Rice is going to have 1,500 yards this year, and the team is going to let him sign a contract with the Raiders. Brandon Ayuk snipe is insane. No reload code yet. Just the regular one. The reload code. I'll tell you the last thing that Zach said to me. He said, we'll get a Davis reload code fired up. We'll get back to you soon with the details. And he said that to me yesterday. So I'm assuming that it's pretty close. FMK, Diet Coke, skateboarding, T-Ferg. I mean, easily. I'm sorry, dude. T-Ferg's bottom of that list. Diet Coke, skateboarding, T-Ferg. Home League with Buddies, top. BBM in the middle, Eliminator at the bottom. I do take a little bit of DJ Giddens here and there. If Ayuk plays football, how do you win a total points contest without him? Easy. Brandon Ayuk is not good anymore. He wasn't good last year. He wasn't even particularly good the year before. And he hasn't played football in over a year. And he hasn't been practicing. And it doesn't even look like he's been rehabbing either. Hey, I love the Elim, but come on, how are you beating BBM, and how are you beating? There is nothing on this earth better than your home league with your buddies. I'm sorry, dude. I don't care how big best ball gets. There is absolutely nothing better. See, controversial opinion. Diet Coke is better than Coke Zero, man. In my opinion, Diet Coke is better than Coke Zero. Has to be. Has to be. Sorry, dude. Has to be. Would you rather be the only person in the world with legs, but you're forever homeless, or be the only person in the world with a home, but you're forever legless? Give me only person in the world with legs. Only person in the world with legs for me, nightmares. Hot take. But yeah, I would rather do that. This draft got away from me super early in the 7 hole. Hey, we appreciate you. Dr. Pepper Zero cream soda flavor is insane. It's so good. It's so good. Year 10 of my home league. Any fun twist you'd recommend? We're doing everyone designates a guy pre-draft, and whoever drafts them has to take a shot. I'll tell you one thing we did in my longtime home league, like 15, 20 years. We instituted a keeper. We have so we just one keeper, and it's the round you drafted them in, and it has added some spice to the proceedings. Oh, and there's an awesome round 20 take for me right here. Apple pie protein yogurt. Yeah, so good. All right, and we are going to select Xavier Thomas. You guys just gave me the running back 2 on the Bears in round 20 at wide receiver. Caleb Williams, Dak Prescott, Cam Ward, Jahmyr Gibbs, Jeremiah Love, Quinshon Judkins, Blake Corum, Brian Robinson, Kamani Vidal, Malik Neighbors, Luther Burden, DK Metcalf, Khalil Shakir, Calvin Ridley, Kayshawn Boutte, Cooper Kupp, Xavier Thomas, Jake Ferguson, Chiga Okonkwo, and Gunnar Helm. All right, there we go. Shout out to our friends over at Drafters. Promo code Davis. Get signed up over there. Now, I'm about to check how many likes are on this stream. And I am open to doing one more if we get a good amount of likes. How many do we have right now? We've got 74. If we get 100 likes, I'll hop in another BBM. If we don't get another 100, then I'm going to go have lunch. So you guys have 1 minute to get to 100 likes.
I would love to send you $100,000. Anyone who signs up for Flock Fantasy using code Davis until week 17 in December gets a chance to win 5% of my winnings in fantasy football in this upcoming season. Any best ball contest, any big high-stakes fantasy football contest where I take down a six-figure prize, there will be one entrant randomly selected in December after week 17 who gets a chance to win a chunk of my portfolio. So sign up on Flock Fantasy using code Davis to enter into the drawing.
All right. Did we get enough likes? We're about to find out. Are we doing one more, or am I going to go? All right, we did it. We did it. Hopping into another Best Ball Mania. I have 61 BBMs left. After this, you love to see it. I think Corum will probably get, I would guess Corum will probably get a little bit of receiving work, more receiving work than he got last year would be my guess. Cardinals coaching staff isn't surviving the full season if they don't play their number 3 overall running back. That is very true. I mean, is one of the most obvious things in fantasy football is remember last offseason when Raheem Mostert was going to split work with Genty? I mean, come on, bro. We all know that shit's not happening. Quite literally tried to add a flex and they resisted. It's 16 teams, so a little deeper here. I mean, I'll show you how intricate my home league is. Like we really, like, we're all nerds, but it's pretty deep, dude. This is my team from last year. So we do 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, and then we do 3 flexes, and our bench is pretty deep too. Our bench is, wow. And I have Parker Washington as a keeper. I forgot about that. I'm probably going to keep him, but yeah, we have a very, very deep, very, very deep format. You mentioned liking cookie butter. You have to try the Kodiak branded cookie butter flavored protein granola. I mean, that does sound really good. I'm starving right now. I think I'm going to go get Chipotle after this. That's my plan right now. All right, we are in drafting at the 11 spot with Mo Stacks, Mandem, K Rear 72, DC Fantasy Jacked Up, Stormy, Versace Python, Bob the Builder, Barzy, KYJ Smith, and Roy Boy 2121. Got the Flock Fantasy Best Ball tools pulled up. We are ready to go. Buy a fizzy beverage without corn syrup or aspartame. Well, I never have corn syrup. I never drink any sugar, but aspartame is totally fine for you. Just nothing wrong with it. Where would I rank Josh Jacobs if I knew that Lloyd scored 110 points this year? Honestly, probably right about where he's going right now, Ben. I don't think I would move him up too much higher or too much lower than he's going right now. Chipotle after 9 holes and some tennis. God, that's a good life. I've not eaten yet today. Worked out, did a fasted workout. And man, I am ready to grub, and we'll start. Ooh, a little dipperino on CeeDee Lamb here. Here's the deal, Michael. There's no difference. Like, there's a big difference between what Chipotle is and what Mexican food is. CD Barkley. Like, when I say I'm going to go eat Chipotle, I'm not saying I'm going to go get Mexican. I'm saying I'm going to go get Chipotle. It is what it is. Hit the range. Now drafting MLB dailies. That is the life. A quick 45, but choked a birdie putt. Man, I cannot wait for a time in my life when golfing becomes possible again. Maybe this next off season, maybe I won't be streaming big boards every single day. I mean, I probably will. I don't know. Maybe next spring I'll be able to golf a little bit more. Greatest or favorite 0 running back season of all time? My personal favorite is it would probably be a tie between David Johnson's early career or the Alfred Morris rookie season. The Alfred Morris rookie season was all time for me. I drafted him a ton in a bunch of my leagues. The James Washington year as well. I liked James Washington that year. James Washington one is kind of forgotten. Yeah, maybe someday. I would have to get better. I would have to get a better like setup, but like a better camera and things like that. But maybe someday. Yeah, just gotta ship one contest, and I won't have to work every single day for the rest of my life. We'll see. If I draft 4 running backs with my first 5 picks on DraftKings, should I stick with 4 running backs only? I would still take another one personally. Kamara rookie year, that was another one. That was another one that I was in on. The Kamara rookie season was a good one. But the Alfred, I mean, a lot of you guys are probably too young for this one, but the Arian Foster experience was an all-time. The Arian Foster year 2, 1,600 yards, 16 touchdowns, 2,200 scrimmage yards, 18 touchdowns. That was an all-time one. I mean, I definitely wouldn't quit my job. I'm gonna take Javonte. I wouldn't quit doing fantasy football, but I would definitely do. I would kind of do what Mason does, where I wouldn't be on camera every day in January and February. Probably wouldn't be streaming. Let's do Tet. Why not? I don't take very much Tet. I probably not streaming, 500 playoff best ball drafts and things like that. The best running back in the league changed teams, and no one realizes the guy behind him now has a big opportunity. I guess that is true. Wow. Thank you. All right, guys. Fresh delivery. We're going to try the cookie butter donut right now. My wife brought me home a coffee and the cookie butter donut. Yeah, wow. That's one of the most insane things I've ever tasted. All right, man. I'm really glad I only have one of these. Unbelievable. If you get a chance to have a cookie butter donut, I would encourage it. Normally I'm not recommending seed oils and sugar on the stream, but my God, that is unbelievable. And a coffee too. What a day. Have a day, Davis. I have no idea where they went, but that was really, really good. All right, well, maybe I'm not going to go get Chipotle now. Yeah, it couldn't be more off brand. I don't think it's from Dunkin'. I don't even people in the Midwest don't really do Dunkin'. I mean, we have Dunkins here. I got donuts from the Amish stand at a farmer's market. I mean, farmer's market food, that's what you want. That is what you want. You want to be getting your baked goods and stuff from a farmer's market. That's like all time. There was a farmer's market that we used to go to in Kansas City all the time that had a there was like a local ranch that would come, and I used to get like the best like steaks, ground beef and stuff from them. They had like duck eggs. They had all kinds of good stuff. I miss the River Market farmers market. I don't either love or hate Dunkin'. Here's another bad corporate slop take from Davis Maddock. But I actually love Starbucks. I mean, this is probably about as hot of a take as you're going to get from me. with food. You know what? Let's get some Romadunze exposure. I am very, very light on Rome. I like getting like a 500 calorie coffee with a bunch of sugar from Starbucks is like, honestly, I do it like 3 times a year or whatever, but man, it is really good. I wish best ball was around in 2013. I took Le'Veon Bell his rookie year in my home league. Oh, that was an all-timer. I'm going to take Price here. The Le'Veon Bell rookie season was an all-timer. I actually, I mean, if you go look at RotoViz and you go look at old Davis Maddock articles, I mean, this is so funny. But I had all kinds of articles about Le'Veon Bell. I mean, these are so funny to go look at. Randall Cobb, Latavius Murray. I mean, dude, I was writing so many articles back then. Andre Holmes, Jordan Matthews, Odell Beckham, John Brown, Jeff Janis, overvalued assets, Odell Beckham, Sammy Watkins. Come on, I got to find a Le'Veon Bell one in here. There has to be one. Safe space. I don't even remember writing these. Waiver articles. Le'Veon. There you go. 2013. Le'Veon Bell wants you to win fantasy football championships. I've been doing this for so long, man. I've been doing fantasy football for so long that there still exists 2013 Davis Maddock fantasy football articles about Le'Veon Bell wanting you to win fantasy football championships. I wanted to ask your opinion. I only drink water with powdered iced tea. What do you think about that? I feel like it's water-based. I get my water in. No, that's actually very real, Chris. I listened to I don't remember if it was a podcast or a YouTube video relatively recently, but the guy was making the point that like a lot of people don't count, oh, I drink tea, I drink coffee or whatever. You're still getting the hydration from that. I mean, when you have anything with caffeine, it does make you more likely to pee, like it's a diuretic, and caffeine does dehydrate you, but you are still getting a ton of water. Danny was 13 when that article came out. I wasn't that old then. I was in college in 2013. It's true that Le'Veon Bell's rookie year was not the true breakout. I mean, it was still a good year. As a rookie, he averaged, he had 1,300 yards and 8 touchdowns. The next year, he absolutely smashed, though. He had 2,200 yards and 11 touchdowns the next year. Behind Derrick Henry, Adam Randall is the handcuff running back you want, and Justice Hill is the passing down back. So Adam Randall is subbing in there. All right, let's see if we got any new training camp stuff that's come up. Nothing much from today. Okay, here we go. This is my guy, Zane. Big Chigakonko update. Chig is being moved around a lot. I know we talked about before the OTAs. Chig, he's lined up there. He's lined up there. He's lined up some, but like all over the place. So pretty big Chigakonko update, which feels good to me. All right, let's do Dowdle. Maybe kind of makes. Actually, you know what? It's time to stop letting Karain mog me, dude. It's time to start taking Mahomes. I'd rather drink Dunkin's weak black coffee. Yeah, but I mean, come on, man. I'm not going, all due respect, I am not going to Starbucks and ordering black coffee. I'm getting something bad for me there. And I'm going to take, on this team, I'm going to take Dowdle and hope that Worthy gets back to me. But if Worthy doesn't get back to me, whatever. How old am I? I am 33 years old. Wow. No, don't do this, dude. Do not be door dashing Biscoff cookies, man. I really like pairing CD and Javonte together. I think their ceilings are very, very correlated, actually. My breakdown of the situation is that Javonte and Lamb and Pickens and Ferguson, I think they're some of the most correlated bets in fantasy football. Is Pearsall in round 18 not a good idea at this point? Oh man. It's a good thing. It's a good thing you tuned in to the Davis Maddock fantasy football program, because it has been announced that Ricky Pearsall is going to be out for the entire fantasy football season, or just the entire season. He's placed on season-ending IR, Pump House. I have Trevor Lawrence and Dak stacked in a DK draft. Do I need a third quarterback? I in that situation take Mendoza or Geno or Brissett quite a bit of the time. I'm also totally fine taking round 20 Shadur. So I also, it's kind of, my feelings on Javonte Williams are maybe a little bit hard to explain, because I think that Javonte Williams probably is overpriced for some of the way that his like floor shakes out this year. Cause I do think he could lose a meaningful amount of his work to Jaydon Blue. But Javonte is basically fully healthy, like not showing any signs of the knee injury. And he was he was 10th in the NFL in carries last season. He was 9th in the NFL in total rushing yards. He was 8th in the NFL in rushing touchdowns. He generated a ton of first downs, 6th in the NFL in first downs, really, really high in success rate as well. Top 10 in success rate. I think that we are still probably like, he's kind of like, I mean, he is kind of your classic dead zone back. I think he will probably get more work in the passing game than his haters think, but he could also score a lot of touchdowns. I mean, he could score 14, 15 touchdowns, I think. If Javonte repeats last season when he got like 99% of the work, isn't he a bad pick at cost? No, he's a really good pick if he repeats last season. Really good pick. Yeah, and I think this is where I land, which is that I just think the Dallas offense is probably very good. Yeah, and he can be the same thing as Jacobs. I don't see any reason he can't do that stuff. Like I said, like I am not a huge like, I don't think Javonte has this like level of talent left to ascend to or anything like that. I mean, I don't think teams are going to be prepared for Javonte this season. There's nothing to prepare for. He is the most boring, like, you know what to expect wide receiver or running back of all time. I think you get what you get with Javonte Williams. All right, let's do Matthew Golden with this pick. And then we are going to take Jordan Love, and we are going to play chicken with the room. We're going to play Travis Kelce chicken with everyone else. And we are going to dare someone else to take him. I mean, I'm honestly fine with Mahomes naked. Why has no one put together a bull case for ETN? I mean, changing teams is weird. We've never seen him out of that situation. Kamara is there, which makes that weird. There's a lot of weird stuff going on there. I do like him in round 4 though. I would actually say he's probably a target in round 4. Starbucks espresso is not bad. I do an Americano whole milk. Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, teams don't prepare for Javonte. He just exists. And yeah, he can score, like, even in a bull case for Jaydon Blue, which I believe in. I don't think that bull case includes him getting I do not believe that bull case includes him getting goal line work. Javonte is a good pick. Yeah, he's like a pretty good advance rate pick, you know. Love Javonte, Jacobs, and Tuten. I'm like a Latin American left-wing dictator, right-wing dictator, all good, just no pragmatic centrist. My take is people will look silly for letting Lamb fall. It's so true. Lamb has literally been a number 1 overall player in fantasy football. But I do think, I mean, Pickens fits in there. Jaydon Blue and Keaton Mitchell are just the same picture to me. I guess the obvious difference actually is that Keaton Missile was a workhorse in college and Jaydon Blue was not. At what percentage of ownership should I be worried about Jadarian Price at current ADP? I don't think you should be nervous at all. Jadarian Price at current ADP is an absolute jam. Jadarian Price is to me the best pick on the board in round 6. If I got to choose positional, like, okay, you can take whatever round one, round 2, round 3, round 4, round 6. My round 6 pick would be Jadarian Price. I have Lamb, I think, ranked like one spot ahead of Love in my dynasty rankings, is how I have it set. Just if guys are close at all in dynasty, you generally want to break the tie to the wide receiver, more or less, is kind of the way I think about it. All right. We lost the battle. Travis Kelce went at pick 123. Dang, and I actually was going to take Kincaid on this team too. I am not scared about Jadarian Price getting iced out. No. Are you guys scared? You know what? Keaton Missile. They can't stop me. Even if they wanted to stop me, they couldn't stop me from taking Keaton Missile. They're both bad picks. Gotta say, I disagree. I think I've done like 30 Badge Bros brawls at this point. I would like to max it. We'll see how it works time wise, and then just a nice little Dallas Goedert pick. So we have Patrick Mahomes, Jordan Love, Saquon Barkley, Javonte Williams, Jadarian Price, Rico Dowdle, Keaton Missile, CeeDee Lamb, Teteroy McMillan, Roma Dunze, Matthew Golden, and Dallas Goedert. We're gonna have to cobble it together at tight end on this team. The only thing about Price is the whole defense targeting running backs and pass protection trend. So something that I've been pondering quite a bit in the back of my brain is, how do we feel about our fantasy football drafts if we end up being wrong about the way that the actual NFL game exists this year? Like, what if teams actually are more pass heavy and it doesn't work out for defenses to be smaller, or you know, if these nickel packages don't work out? Yeah, I will stream some EPL drafts at some point. Maybe tomorrow. How about we say that? How about tomorrow? Whenever I stream tomorrow, I'll fire up an EPL best ball draft. I'm still working through my modeling. I've had oh, is this true? Oh man. All right. Well, season might be over. All right. Well, all right. Hey, it was all good fun. But we're done now. It's over. Chiefs announced that Cyrus left practice with a lower leg injury and Xavier Worthy left with a shoulder injury. Both players are still being evaluated. All right, man. Well, hey, it was nice knowing you guys. Goodness gracious, dude. Come on. It was his left shoulder that got injured, right? Oh. This is horrible, dude. What do we I mean, would Keenan play for the Chiefs? Do we think that Keenan would sign with the Chiefs? I'm gonna do Sadiq here. Oh, dude, man. It's pretty brutal, dude. I guess they got to do. What are they going to do, man? You got to do probably Keenan and Diggs. I'm going to do Juwan Jennings. God. Do we have any other? Do we have the like? So I'm trying to find the actual someone who was actually at the practice who saw it happen. Man. If it's the same shoulder, he's cooked. If it's the same shoulder, he's legit. He's not playing. And you know what? It might literally be this play right here. Look at where he lands on the ground here. That was it. That was it right there. The defender lands right on top of him. That's it right there. That's his shoulder. He's cooked. It's over, man. Yeah, I mean, that's it. Literally, so he's landing on his right shoulder, but look where the defender is landing. The defender is landing on his left shoulder. Oh, man. All right. Well, hey, there's always next year, dude. There's always next year. There's always next year. All right, let's do it. Let's go see how bad it is. Let's go to the. Let's see how bad it is. It's not gonna be good. All right. Worthy. 378 worthy teams. 13 BBMs, 10 DK Millies. All right. Well, that's the way she goes. That's the way she goes. How many Taekwondo teams actually? Maybe that's the better bet. How many Taekwondo? Hey, 129 Taekwondo teams. Taekwondo. I also have 13 BBM teams in Taekwondo. All right. Well, hey. Could be worse. Could be worse. I mean, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad, Yosh. It's pretty bad. Whew. All right. Well, I mean, I'm not leaving this shit up to chance, dude. Come on. It's time to start drafting Taekwondo. It's time to start drafting Taekwondo, boys. Let me tell you, it is time to start drafting Taekwondo Thornton at pick 179. Don't know how you don't do that one. God. I mean, I guess let's go Taekwondo. Sorry. Okay, wait, hold on. I gotta make this pick. We'll do Gino and Sadiq. All right. I gotta make sure it was Worthy's left shoulder. That's my memory. Xavier Worthy injury history. Yes. Shoulder dislocation. Worthy. No, it was his right shoulder. According to this graphic, it was his right shoulder. Right? Unless I am misinterpreting this. It's his right shoulder. So, I guess if it is his other shoulder, I'm less bearish. Where do I put? I mean, I'm probably not going to draft for the rest of today. DeAndre Hopkins just became the assistant receiver coach at Georgia Tech, so I don't think DeAndre Hopkins is available. Let's see if I can find anything else. No, it's just they gotta just. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Matt Derrick. Worthy didn't seem distressed as he exited. All right. Well, Matt Derrick. Matt Derrick is keeping us abreast of the situation. All right. Well, that's all I got. That's all I got for you guys. I mean, it's definitely I think any way you interpret it, it's definitely mega bearish though. I mean, it's very bad. We can't be having this dude getting injured on August 1st. I would say like he's probably fine, but wow, there you go. Stribbling hamstring tightness. I mean, just come on, dude. Come on. I mean, I would say if I was Brett Veach right now, I'm calling Diggs. I'm calling Keenan. I'm calling Brandon Ayuk right now. The issue with Tyreek is not healthy. Tyreek can't play football right now. Like straight up can't play football. He said on a podcast last week he has no power in his left leg. So even if the team wants to use Tyreek in November, he literally can't play football right now. Isn't Ayuk the most 49ers ass player or Chiefs ass player? Brandon Cooks, Booty is a good one. No, I disagree with this. Tyreek is definitely going to play. Tyreek is definitely going to play this year. It's just not going to be at the beginning of the season. Well, I don't want to leave Kenyon Sneak as my only tight end in week 13, but I think we're about to do it. Yeah, this is a Keenan Allen-esque team though. Keenan Allen, come on down, and then give me Evan Ingram for our final pick here. Yeah, Juju coming back. I mean, Juju coming back. They might even have to trade for Juju, man. Think about that. All right. Yeah, let's take Evan Ingram. Final team. God, what that was depressing news. Ooh, trade for Judy? Yeah, shout out trade for Judy. All right. Mahomes, Jordan Love, Geno Smith, Saquon Barkley, Javonte Williams, Jadarian Price, Rico Dowdle, Keaton Mitchell, CeeDee Lamb, Tedderoy McMillan, Roma Dunze, Matthew Golden, Juwan Jennings, Tyquan Thornton, Keenan Allen, Dallas Goedert, Kenyon Sadiq, and Evan Ingram. You know what? All right, how many likes are on the stream now? Because I bet I'll do one more if we get to 200. How about that? I'll do one more if we get to 200. We have 366 people watching right now. I'll do one more. I'll do one more if we get to 200. That seems fair. I could not click this fast enough as soon as the worthy noti came through. Well, you got to see a man die in real time. All right. I mean, don't get me wrong, I will be happy to leave if we don't get to 200 likes. We have 181. So I am happy to get the fuck out of here and go lick my wounds. So you think just because Tyreek isn't healthy 50 days before kickoff, he has no shoot? I mean, he's definitely going to play. I just don't know if he's going to play for the Chiefs. Worthy did not seem distressed, but Davis sure as shit was. Not only is Sterling Shepard available, I literally just saw a blurb from Sterling Shepard last week saying he would like to come back into the NFL. So he feels pretty likely. That could be a Chief. Man, how many drafts am I going to have to do where I don't take Worthy to get him to be like 16%? I'm going to have to do so much. Worthy played with the Sawa brace, but he played terrible with the Sawa brace is the issue. The issue is he played with the brace, but he played real bad. Okay. All right. There you go. All right. You guys did it. 205. Okay. We'll do another BBM. We'll do one more. 60 left after this draft. I can't believe it, man. Turns out the hack is just streaming when no one else is streaming. The percentage of Worthy I have is a lot. It's a lot. I don't even want to talk about it, bro. It's a lot though. No, whatever. We'll pull it up. 1,720 teams. 1,720 teams, and I have Xavier Worthy on 378 of them. $2,930. 2,900. Man. Could have just been drafting Diggs. All right. We are drafting out of the 7 slot with Special K, Sniper, Stormy, Bob the Builder, Zen Polling, Roy Boy, DC Fantasy, Matt Mail, Robinson 1553, Chase O, and K Rear 72. It could be worse. You know what? It's true. It's true. It could be worse. Not that much worse, but it could be worse. I'm not playing Worthy Chicken. You're not catching me Dipperino slurping on Xavier Worthy. Someone else can do it. I will leave that up. I mean, can I get Chess Liam's response? Can I get a Chess Liam LMAO on this one? All right, McCaffrey, lock it in at the 1.7. Oof. Who would be happiest on the Chiefs right now? I mean, I assume it's got to be Diggs for me. Yeah, I've drafted 278 Diggs teams, so I'm assuming that I would be happiest with Diggs. Or the Chiefs trading for Zachariah Branch. That would be it. I tell you what, if Worthy is legit hurt, draft Rashee Rice. I mean, Rashee Rice is who you want right now. Trade Travis Hunter to the Chiefs. Yeah, I would actually, honestly, the biggest riser here is Kelsey. Biggest riser right now is Kelsey. Oh man. All right, can I get? Oh, dude, come on. At least let me get to September, bro. At least let me get to September. That's all I ask. Yeah, honestly, the Kelsey ride off into the sunset season is so obvious. Wow. Zay Flowers at 15. All right, man. Holy shit. And I'm not even going to get that. I'm not even going to get something fun because DC Fantasy is going to take Ken Walker here. What are my Rice and Kelsey bags? 14% Rice, 247 teams. 14% Kelsey, 251 teams. Liam took Pearsall yesterday after finding about it, the knee surgery possibility and purpose. Hey, no one, look, man, no one disrespect my goat, Chess Liam. No one disrespect my goat. Walker looks soft at training camp. Maybe. This is a blessing in disguise because you can pivot off of it. Brother, the time to pivot off ago was about 378 teams ago. All right, man. Well, hey, if I have 378 teams with him, I just need one of the other 1,400 teams to be it. His reasoning was that the guy in the video didn't look credible enough to push him around. Okay. Okay. Man, I just realized I just drafted McCaffrey and Henry together. I mean, anytime you can draft the oldest men alive, you got to do it. Yeah, we're dealing well. Thornton, this is actually true. He scored a touchdown in every game that Worthy didn't play last year. Kind of wild. All right, Worthy and Neighbors together. That's a good question. Oh, I got to take let's do Ibuka. Why not? Neighbors and Worthy together. I have 45 of them together. 3 in BBM, 3 in the DK Millie. Seems fine. Yeah, maybe the Worthy adventure was the friends we made along the way. Should we rehash Chiefs last in the division talk? Probably. Yeah, you really have to twist my arms to get me to talk more. It's true. Walker, top 5 running back. I agree. I mean, Walker is a jam. How bad is the Rice video for the Rice bags? I'm actually not concerned. Oh, yeah, I think Rice is the most insulated one. I mean, he obviously has to stay healthy, but he is still rehabbing from his knee injury right now. I wouldn't expect him to be would not expect him to be full strength. I mean, guys are not going to be running full speed post routes in training camp. I wouldn't think. Personally, I wouldn't think that. What is going on in this draft? Jameson Williams at 39. I had to come back and rewind a bit to watch Davis die on stream. Wow. I mean, well, at least I'm getting some ADP Dipperinos here. Javonte at pick 42. We take that all day. Jeff Caldwell might make the team now. I wonder if the Chiefs like Super Bowl odds have moved at all. What is my win-loss expectation? I mean, I think they'll win like 10 games and they'll probably like pretty easily win the AFC. I don't know. I just like the Bills suck. I guess the Ravens could be a lot better this year. Bengals, whatever. I don't know. I mean, I guess the thing is I don't think I don't really think the Broncos are that good. But I guess I didn't really think the Broncos were that good either. And I tell you what, I'm moving Diggs up in my rankings right now. I think Diggs just earned himself like $13 million from the Chiefs, I think. Is Mahomes going to fall in this draft? I mean, the Bills don't suck, but it's just like enough already, dude. Josh Allen's 30. Josh Allen is 30 and he's never played in a Super Bowl. What do you want me to do, man? I didn't make this shit up. Diggs and Rice are pretty similar, but right now, like if the Chiefs had to play a game right now, Jalen Royals would be their third wide receiver. So they just gotta get someone. They just gotta get a body. No, my worthy teams are definitely are for sure 3 quarterback builds. I just do mostly 3 quarterback builds. Adams feels like a gift there too. Like I think like yeah, here, I mean, I can check. There you go. 84% of my worthy teams are 3 quarterbacks, and 73% of them are 7 wide receiver. 48% of them are exactly 3, 5, 7, 3. I mean, I can look at the teams. I don't know. Who cares, man? Whatever. That's why I say you're probably gonna lose anyways. So if you're gonna lose anyway, who cares? What can I do, man? I have no control over the health of Xavier Worthy's shoulder. I have no control over any of this, really. And if I have a bad advance rate, I have a bad advance rate. It only takes one, dude. It only takes one. Just got to keep drafting. Just got to keep drafting, brother. How reliable is Adams this season? He's pretty good. The projection bros are real strong on Adams. It's true. It's true. 1,000 teams without Worthy. Think of it that way. I mean, this is just, I know I got all these running backs, but I don't know how I don't take Jadarian Price here. Price really should probably be a 5th round pick. Like, isn't Jadarian Price and Quinshon Judkins the same thing? No, I'm okay. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. I hope for, I mean, frankly, I hope for Xavier Worthy's sake and for the Chiefs' sake that he's okay. If anything, it will probably, it's truly now, okay, here's the cope part of the program. You have reached the cope part of the program. This is probably one of the things that has guaranteed the Chiefs adding someone to the wide receiver room. Brett Veach probably would have tried to go into the season with these 3 guys as their wide receivers, with Rice, Worthy, and Tyquan. And I think Brett Veach just got the same dose of cold water that all of us got. And so whether it's Diggs, whether it's Keenan, whether it's trading for Judy, trading for Darius Slayton, like they will have to do something now. They gotta do something now. You cannot go into the season with these 3 guys as your wide receivers. I mean, frankly, Diggs should be announced on the team like tonight. Like Brett Veach should be on the phone with Diggs' guy right now. Like literally, like if he's not, fired. Troy Franklin, anyone, dude, anyone. Just get someone. We'll do Metcalf here. Trade for, yeah. Yeah, everything is. I tell you what. I mean, even Keenan Allen is going to get a bag now. Debo should have waited 2 more days. He should have waited. Debo should have waited 2 more days. Debo could have gotten like 11 million if he would have just waited a little bit. I want them to sign Diggs because I'm pretty sure Xavier Worthy just died, bro. I'm pretty sure this is what's gonna happen. They're gonna say they're not that worried about they're gonna say they're not that worried about Worthy. They're gonna say Worthy is like, oh, they're evaluating, like whatever. He's gonna come back to practice. He's gonna have more discomfort, and then he is going to he's gonna have surgery. That's what's gonna happen. Game is the game. Wow, Hopkins just announced he's not retired. Not even lying. He's coaching and playing according to himself. Well, that is probably a Chief then. Here you go. DeAndre Hopkins, I haven't retired from the NFL, but you're for wide receiver and you want to be great. Come to Georgia Tech football. There you go, man. There you go. There's your Kansas City Chief. Well, no, that's not weird. That's just what they do. That's just how training camp goes. Yeah, the remember this happened to Travis Kelce a couple of years ago? Let's do Harvey and be done at running back. Harvey and done. Man. Worthy next year? Count me out. I did my one last ride with Xavier Worthy. I didn't enjoy the ride, and I'm done. I'm out. I'm over it. I did my due diligence, and next year I will only be drafting. Next year I will be drafting. I don't know. I'll draft Keon Coleman next year. Worthy, Pearsall. Now Pearsall I'll probably draft next year. Pearsall has just kind of gotten unlucky. All right, here we go. Xavier Worthy. This is from Jeff Mueller. Xavier Worthy had surgery to address a torn labrum and joint laxity this offseason. The main concern would be if he landed directly onto that side, AC sprain or subluxation, or with his arm outstretched, risks of re-tear of labrum. Monitor for details. So yeah, I mean that's probably what he did. He probably subluxed the shoulder again. So it's probably cooked there. Not feeling great about that. But hey, whatever, man. Game is the game. We're just gonna draft a bunch of Tyquan Thornton. Although, I mean, how much would you guys give for Tyquan Thornton to come up lame in training camp right now? What would you guys do if Tyquan Thornton just got injured? All right, let's do. I mean, there's not even really a core. Actually, I'm just gonna take Knicks. Knicks and Harvey is fine, and I can do that with. Evan Ingram later. I will not be drafting Jalen Royals. I will not be I wonder if Jalen Royals has made a single play at camp thus far. I'm assuming the answer to that is no. Nah, it's all memes now. It's all memes. First day in pads, 11 personnel, Rice, Thornton, Royals, Kelce. Tough. Yeah, I wonder. Booty is probably. Booty should be who they should trade for. I mean, Worthy should probably not get picked in this draft, I would think. I'm I mean, I'm being a little bit. I'm on the side of being pessimistic, but I would guess this ultimately leads to a season-ending shoulder injury. Like, I think he probably is going to get. He's just gonna have to have surgery. I think. Michael Wilson. Michael Wilson would be a good cheap. There you go. He just went 110. I am not taking him 110. That much I can be certain of. I tell you what I am about to do though. Oh shit, should I take I guess I should take Baker here. Do I take Baker? I kind of need a wide receiver. How much of a dipperino is this on Jacoby Myers? It's not really much of one. All right, yeah. Well, I need wide receiver points more though. Oof. I mean, this is actually quite a good point, but the Chiefs having the opportunity to finally draft a good wide receiver and then doing trading up for a corner so bad. How much worthy do I have? I think like 22%. That's what we said. 378 teams, $2,930 invested. Total percentage of worthy teams is 22%. Worthy injured his shoulder at training camp. Jordan Tyson would have dusted his hamstring immediately. Man, I tell you what, my this draft room is not paying attention. So we're about to see if these two guys next to me are paying attention. The Tyson injury would have hit different if he was a Kansas City Chief. Wow, I cannot believe this shit, dude. I just got Diggs at 127. I'm moving Diggs up into like the 105s, like now. This shit is crazy. All right, we have got Nix, CMC, Henry, Javonte, Price, and Harvey, all different bye weeks for the running backs. Igbuka, Adams, Stafford, Myers, Diggs at wide receiver. I mean, I guess you could draft Royals, but I just prefer to take Taekwon. Well, so I'll be live at some point again tomorrow. I'm hoping that we get an update on Worthy at some point. Unclear what's happening there. Like, I assume he needs to get an X-ray to see if he sublexed his thing. Am I missing any Jalen McMillan news? I just think he's probably not that good. I think he's got career 1.4 yards per route run. All right. Hey, zero worthy and underdog. Nathan Brown's going to win Best Ball Mania. I think Debo and Mike Evans should go a lot closer. I don't, but I also was drafting Xavier Worthy, so maybe take that for what it's worth. Now, do I take Goddard or do I get Willis? Well, Willis went. Goddard is who I'm going to do right here. Would I rather have Debo or Stribling? I'd rather have Debo. Not by much though. I have them pretty close in my rankings. All right. Knicks, CMC, Henry, Javonte, Price, Harvey, Igbuka, Adams, Metcalf, Myers, Diggs. Goddard is just such a safe backstop tight end. It's true. You can win with a 0. What Elgru took Pacheco in the 3rd or whatever. Sam had a 0 too. I don't know. Fantasy football is hard, man. Sometimes you win, but 99% of the time you lose. I mean, you could have the most nutted out portfolio in fantasy football, and it doesn't really matter. What that one guy, FFB Wizard, advances like 50% of his teams every year and has never made a final. Sometimes that's just the way she goes. Sometimes you're the hammer, sometimes you're the nail. Yeah, Fareed had 0 Christian Watson. It is what it is. Drag worthy to the end for a week 17 smash. I don't think the Chiefs week 17 game isn't that good though, right? Isn't it against the Broncos? Chiefs week 17. No, Chargers. Okay, never mind. That actually is a really good game. What do we do? Actually, let's do Darnold. I don't do very much of that. Yeah, Chargers, sorry. Denver was last year. There you go. Chiefs, Chargers is I guess that is a pretty good game. Why avoiding what? Is way different than Pearsall. I mean, he's probably not gonna play, man. I think we all know where this is going. We can all pretend, but I think we all know it's going. How should I draft around Gibbs? Take good players. That's my advice. 2,000 drafts in. Well, I don't have to know the matchups because the flock tool has them all sit in there for me. Just displays my matchups for me, so I didn't have to memorize the mnemonic devices. Check the Zane tweet. I mean, I'm gonna guess it's just him saying that Worthy is injured. Yeah, it's the Jeff Miller thing. Jags back in every draft, still the play. I'm not really much of a Chris Rodriguez guy. A guy with 6 career receptions in 3 seasons who has a broken foot feels a little rough for me. However, what do I know? I was drafting a guy who just broke his shoulder on August 1st. All right. And then let's do... I don't even have to take Barner here, actually. Juwan Jennings is also really good. Trey Harris is actually a really freaking good pick here. Because it's another week 7 bye, I guess. No, I'm going to take Sadiq. That actually gives me another quarterback, too. Bang. Not much of a LaQuinn Allen guy. He seems like basically like Samaj P. Ryan. It's C-Rod season. Davis is a hater. It's true. I am a hater. Chris Rodriguez Jr. has been in the NFL for 3 seasons. He's never topped 15 points in a game. His 6 career receptions. His foot is currently broken. I don't know. I have a hard time drafting. Just have a hard time drafting a guy who's got a broken foot. I think foot injuries for running backs seem tricky. Feels like a real thing you wouldn't want to have busted as a running back. I mean, it's probably fine, but My computer froze and I almost autoed Pearsall. That's a short horror story, brother. All right. Well, I need to take one more quarterback. I can maybe push this around the corner. Although, what would I be pushing it for? Rashad goes ahead of JCM. I mean, can't make much sense of the situation. I prefer Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, but what are you gonna do, man? What are you gonna do? All right, set up the Darnold Barner. So we've got Nix, Darnold, CMC, Henry, Javonte, Price, Harvey, Igbuka, Adams, Metcalf, Myers, Diggs, Goddard, Sadiq, and Barner. Bang, bang. How much Taekwon do you have? Should be a decent amount of Taekwon. 1,700 drafts. I've got Taekwon 7.5%, 129. 129 Taekwon teams. So that's what I need. I need just like Karain, I just need Taekwon to get me over the finish line. Keeper question, Achane in the 7th or Tuten in the 12th. I would still go Achane. Still go Achane. In general, with a keeper, you want to do the best possible pick. Like the highest projected player. That's generally the logic you want to follow. Yeah, Matt Derrick said Worthy didn't seem distressed, but what does that mean? I mean, he could just be I don't know. He's probably cooked, bro. He's probably cooked. And that's okay, man. We move. All right. Let's do Gino. Oh, Gino went. Oh, gosh darn it. All right. Well, Zachariah Branch. Damn, man. Sniped. Sniped by my guy, DC Fantasy. Tough. He's true. He's used to the pain from last year. Well, I'm about to out Grossmog you at quarterback because I'm about to take Tua on this team. So no one is going to have a grosser quarterback than me. Probably not feeling that great about this team advancing. Yeah, what's better for the advance rate, Naked Jacoby or Tua with Branch? Hard to say. Now, here's a question. If we get Worthy some of these gray market Chinese peptides, does that help a shoulder subluxation? Or, okay, well, never mind. I guess I'm not getting Tua because Tua just went. Jesus Christ, man. You can't have shit out here. There's nothing. No good deed goes unpunished, brothers. All right. We'll do Pat Bryant for the stack. And I don't know. We'll figure it out in the last round. All right. Here's the deal, Nathan. You're annoying me now. I was letting you have a good time before. You're annoying me. I'm actually over it. You're banned, bro. Sorry. Are there peptides that make you hungry like Overse Ozempic? He might need that. He might need that. Except the whole thing was I set the Barner thing up. That was the additional thing. What can you do? Guy needs Tua when he has Purdy and Dart. I mean, hey, the 3 quarterback stuff is legion. Yeah, it's called smoking pot. I bet Worthy probably does smoke pot, just not enough of it. All right. I mean, here's the question. Do I take Shadur on this team? Yeah, I think it's probably Shedeur time. There's no Keenan went, damn. There's no such thing as a Carson Beck team, brother. Man. I really hope. What a bummer. What a bummer, dude. Xavier Worthy. Yeah, it's time to put the wrist up. It's time to put the wrist up. Do I have a Brown on this team? I don't think I do. I don't. I wish I would. I wish I had a Dylan Sampson somewhere sitting in there. I mean, the thing is that Nix and Darnold probably are enough, but you're adding so many more points with a third quarterback. It really is pretty clear. All right. Bo Nix, Sam Darnold, Shedeur Sanders, Christian McCaffrey, Derrick Henry, Javonte Williams, Jadarian Price, RJ Harvey, Emeka Egbuka, Devontae Adams, DK Metcalf, Jacoby Myers, Stefon Diggs, Zachariah Banch, Pat Bryant, Dallas Goedert, Kenyon Sadiq, and AJ Barner. What are we doing? What are we doing, man? We're in mourning. We're in mourning. All right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. Make sure that you like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'll be back with all you guys tomorrow, hopefully with better news. And talk soon.